Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Sports Show where we love Seattle Pro Sports. I'm your host, Mikey, and we are a few days away from the NFL draft. So, we are here to bring you a 7 round Seattle Seahawks mock draft and, try to. We're going to try to emulate a situation or a scenario that hopefully we will like at the end. We will see what happens, but, I am putting more thought into these and trying to um for myself nail what I think I would like the Seahawks to do most, and maybe you'll come along with me on that ride, and um, maybe you'll see one of these mocks that you decide is the one that you like the best, that you want to see the Seahawks do, but also realize there's multiple ways the draft could go where we would still be pretty happy with how it worked out. Okay, so here we go. And you know what? I will bring up the handy dandy uh, uh, mock draft calculator here just so we could see how many points this is worth, and if I think it's close enough. Jacksonville's wanting to trade with us. We know that uh, there is another team that would like to trade with us, the Chiefs. So two teams competing for uh, for one pick. We have pick. Oops. We have pick 16. And let's see here, Jacksonville, the Jaguars here. They would like to send us. Come on, load. Come on, calculator. Work with me here. There we go. They would like to send us 17. So they want to move up one spot because they want to make sure Kansas City doesn't take their person. They're probably both after a wide receiver. And they want to send us their 4th round pick, number 116. Okay, and then let's see here. So yes, this is a trade where we do gain points. We gain about 500 points in this one. I'm seeing trades in the draft. In reality, 200, 300, 400. Again, 800 points gained by a team. And so we're looking at this situation and saying, you know, there is another team competing with them. We're letting them know that. So yes, they need to be giving us value to get, to get the player that they want, so we don't send it to the other team. Okay, but let's take a look at who's actually on the table so that we make sure we don't pass up somebody we want. There's Terrian Arnold, Leatu Latu, Troy Fatanu, Brian Thomas Jr. is there. I bet you that is who the Chiefs and Jaguars are after. I would just venture to guess. Johnny Newton, Byron Murphy, Chop Robinson, Nate Wiggins, Cooper DeJean, Graham Barton, Jackson Power Johnson. These are all players like still available right now. So I'm moving one spot. I feel confident that Jacksonville and Kansas City are both after a wide receiver. I will take the Kansas City pick or trade because, yeah, the Kansas City, they would send us 32-64 and a 2nd round pick. So we would gain that end of the 2nd round, basically 3rd round pick, and a second from next year. But we're moving back all the way to 32, so we'd be missing out on a premier player at that point. And if we move back to 17, we could still be getting one of the premier players in this draft. So we will accept that trade, and we get 2 more offers on the table. Now, this one is interesting. The Dallas Cowboys would want to send us uh 24 and 56 for our 17 and for our 179. So again, we could make one more trade down, still get a premier player while picking up a pick in, that middle-ish, endish uh, range of the second round. Hmm. Let's. I am going to run the calculator on this one just to kind of see how much of this. I don't know for sure I want to do this yet, but just to see what the calculator says, what the point difference is. So this one is even less than the last one. So it would make, again, shouldn't make anybody upset if I did accept this trade. Uh, but let's see here. We have Liatu Latu still here, Troy Fatanu. Uh, Again, Johnny Newton, Byron Murphy, Chop Robinson, Cooper DeJean, Graham Barton, Jackson Power Johnson. My thing is, we did trade back once, and we did get a fourth round pick. So, you know, there I wouldn't mind. Uh, I definitely would say, we could take a player here and not miss out on Premier because again, Liatu Latu and Troy Fatanu both at 16. If we had pick 16 and we picked one of those players, I would be very happy just with those players in general because I think they're going to be fantastic. So, um, if we already made a trade and we still are able to get them, then I think we should take them at that point if that was the scenario. Now let's take a look. Okay, we have pick 81, 102. We have 116. I want to take a look at the, kind of who's here in the second round range. I'm going to run the calculator uh, just on the Seahawks themselves. Okay, so if we have uh if we had like 102 and 116. Let's see here. 102. Let's see how many points is that together? That's about 1,200 points. Uh let's see. I might try to make a trade here to trade up, since we still at this point we wouldn't get a pick in the second round still here. But can we put together a package that would take the third, fourth round pick, or a third, or both of the fourth round picks, and try to package it with somebody to move up? That could be a way to get a pick back up in that second round range, so that we're still able to pick up a player, in um that range here. Let me look at the trade chart again real quick so that I can figure out, who am I gonna want to be targeting here. Can we? Yeah, can we go after somebody? I don't know. Maybe we even be able to go. With a, we might be able to get a pick kind of like in the early portions of this second round here. Like, can we? Let me see if I can. I want to propose a trade here. Can I trade? Would Carolina? Would they trade? Like, if we sent them 118, 116, would they give us their 39? Nope, they reject it. Okay, let's move a little bit further back, and maybe somebody like. Let's see if the Raiders would. Let's see if the Raiders would bite. On this here. Oops. I don't want to look at the trade offers. I want to propose a trade. Okay, let's go to the Raiders. And again, we'll send them. Oh. I think I did the wrong ones before, but that's okay. 102, 116 for their 44. Can we get it? Ooh, nope. They don't want to trade with us either. Well, we tried a few. We tried getting back up here into this second round. Maybe Jacksonville will do us a favor, since we just traded with them. Right? We'll give you our 102, 116 for your 48. Can we get back up? Nope. All right. Well, we're not able to get that done. And so we're still not going to get a pick in the second round. So, that again, that makes that Dallas trade that was offered to us 24 and 56 a little bit more appealing, so we can get that pick in the second round. But I'm taking the player over that. The player that I think could be phenomenal for us for years to come. I will take Troy Fautanu here. Took a while to get through that and see if there's any other trades that could potentially happen. I know, but we had to work through it, and we got our answer. We end up with Troy Fautanu. I'm not mad about that. And oh my goodness, in this one we got quite lucky. Okay, so there's like 5 linebackers that are at the top of the class, right? And in this one for us at 81, and again, it depends on where you look. Again, you could change the order of those 5 linebackers in any order. Some people will have one person rated 5, and some other people will have that same person rated number 1. So, luckily for us, the guy that I would think we would have rated number 1 as the middle linebacker is still here at 81, Junior Colson. Let's take him. Makes sense to me, right? So we're getting Junior Colson here, and then we have a trade offer from Las Vegas. Now they want to trade with us. They want to give us their 112 and 148 for 102 and 235. Very interesting. Let's take a look at who's on the table first. There's Kalen Bullock, Austin Booker, Deidre Taylor Demerson, McKinley Jackson, Kate Stover, Tanner Bordellini, Brandon Coleman, Jalen Forward. Yeah, I'm looking at that trade. I'm looking who's on there. I'm looking at 112 and 148. I think that jump from 235 to 148 is a big enough prize for me to go ahead and accept that. So I'm going to do that. And let's see here. I don't want to keep moving back, I don't think, because look, we have picks 112, 116, 118, 148. So yeah, we got a lot of picks right here in this range. I don't want to miss out on some players now. that I still really like. In that first 3 to 4 rounds of the draft, we're getting still some good value here in the fourth round. So at 112, we're getting our tight end, Cade Stover, out of Ohio State. Okay, a lot of these players we've already talked about, so I don't need to go into a lot of detail. Let's get through these picks here. We got a trade offer 119 and 195 for our 116. But again, let me look through here, and I will say for us, this is where we don't let somebody like a safety like Jaden Hicks, safety out of Washington State. Let's not let him pass us by here. Let's make sure we get him. We don't want to move back 3 more spots and miss out on filling that safety need that we still have on this team. Okay, so we get Jaden Hicks. Now we still need more depth for our offensive line. There's Tanner Bordellini, there's Brandon Coleman, Mason McCormick, but for where I'm going, the guy that again would be considered one of the top offensive linemen, if not for a broken leg at the end of the year, we're going with Zach Zinter. All right. Yeah, he's not been able to work out. He's not been able to do combine. I don't even know if he's done a pro day. I don't remember hearing about one. Maybe he has. I don't remember hearing about it. So, that's been the reason for his falling. Again, you heard on Brock and Sock, Brock talk about it the other day. He was saying, from what he's heard around the league, they're thinking, he's a fourth round type of guy now because of the injury. So that's where we are going to take him here at pick 118. And then when he's healthy again, we're really filling that depth of our offensive line now. Now our next pick is at 148. Detroit wants to send us 164, 201, and 205 for our 148 and 2025 seventh round pick. Let's take a look around and see who's available. It might be an intriguing trade just so I can get a few more players in that range that are still players that I would like to take and have a chance to develop. I think let's see here. I'm going to do it. Right, we're moving back. That is quite a few picks that we're moving back. I'm gonna do it because we're late here, and I don't know though. Maybe we can still fill some needs here and some players that could be developed. So I want to get some more picks here at the end of the draft. So we make the trade 164. Does it work out for us, or do I miss the guy I want again because of making this trade? Let's find out. I have to look here on the board. Oh my gosh, we did. Man, Mo Kamara goes at 161. He's a player I've been looking at, the edge out of Colorado State. I know he's right around in this range. Looks like we should have ended up sticking with that last pick, and I should have took him there. It would have been high for him, but at least we still would have got him. But we did pick up extra picks, so we still have ways to make up for it. We will now at this point. We can take a look at. Okay, Mo Kamara. It doesn't surprise me that he went already, but that left us with another edge. I didn't even notice here that is still on the table as well, so we don't miss out. It works out. Jonah Ellis, the edge out of Utah, is still here. So, hey, we don't have to feel too bad about having missed out on Mo Kamara because we still are still getting a really good edge player here. Let's get Jonah Ellis. Boom. We're feeling happy still. 179 here. This is where okay. Justin Iguabe out of Alabama is here. Curtis Jacobs out of Penn State is here. The defensive tackle and linebacker out of each of those. Hunter Nazad is here. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Zion out of Washington is here. Let's see. Going up and down the board here. Okay, we're at 179. We got. We still need. We still need to get another linebacker in my eyes, because you know we have a few on the team right now, just a few. They're all under 1 year deal. I know I got a little bit of a slack for drafting 4 in the last mock, but yeah, it's for real. I mean, everybody's on a 1 year deal. Everybody, you know, there's not going to be anybody else around, once this year is over. So, the more guys that you can have in that are going to be coached and trained and developed by Mike McDonald for years is not really a bad thing. You want more of them so that they will be in the system and develop. So here, this is where I will take. We already got a middle linebacker. Let me take a look. Let's look at just defense in general, and let's look at the linebackers that are on the table, and let's look at taking, trying to get like an outside linebacker that could help us fill a need. So there's for outside linebackers, who are we going to have available here? Even shoot. Did we already? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Nathaniel Watson is here. I mean, he's not bad either. But we can get him way later down the line. So, I don't know. I think we'll just go back to the board and look at the board here and say best available. Okay, and at this point, then let's go ahead and let's get, because we've gotten an edge player, right? But we might as well get a defensive tackle to develop and have a big guy on here. So let's get Justin Iguabe out of Alabama here, and then we are looking at our pick 192 now, and at 192, we got players like Hunter Nazad, Tip Raymond. Let's see who else in this range are we looking at. Edwin Lovashayo, AJ Barner, Sion Vaki. I think, okay, we did get Jaden Hicks earlier, but we'll get a different type of safety here, a versatile safety, because, Jaden Hicks, he's your big bruiser, uh, yeah, your big bruiser style safety here. But we can get Sion Vaki, have a jack of all trades, guy, that weapon that can be moved all around Mike McDonald's defense. So let's get Sion Vaki here. Then here we go. We are at pick 201 now. One of the trades that we were able to get. Let's see. Looking around. We already got Cade Stover earlier. I'm looking at. Let's see. We got 201 and 205 left, so we got a few picks left. Here is where I will say, okay, the players who are at the top of the board in this range, I don't particularly say like, oh, I gotta have one of these guys, but I want to get a guy who could potentially make an impact even this late, and somebody who could make an impact to me this late, is Anthony Gould. Again, that wide receiver out of Oregon State, because he is such a dynamic returner. So he could, we're talking about there's a lot of competition for that spot now, right? They've brought in a couple of guys that could be that guy. We already had, what's his face? Guy's going in 4 years and has done nothing. That's how little of I think of him right now, as I can't even think of his name. So let's get Anthony Gould to replace him. Okay. And then we are at pick 205. And let's take somebody. I'm going to look at each position here. Who all is available. Okay, well, just quickly looking, I think I've already seen 2 people on offense that I'd be interested in. Let's go through, look at defense. I see 1 so far that I would like, that makes sense and is realistic. Now 2. Okay, so now basically I have to decide, do I want Lomea out of Utah, Ulafashayo from Washington, or do I want another guy competing for the return position / running / receiving down? Maybe he could even beat out Kenny McIntosh, since we didn't even see him really last year at all, and we don't know what's going on with that. And we did, look, they did bring Rashad Penny in to the other day, but they didn't sign him to this point. So maybe they're not going to go that direction. So maybe the direction is we go with Kamani Vidal in the draft, and that's where we get our final running back out of this draft. And we picked up a lot of extra picks in this draft, so I think it's okay that we get a running back this late. Now that we ended up with what, 4, 8, 10 picks. Okay, and here we go. We made it to the end of this draft, and we're looking at Troy Fatanu as our first overall pick. We got lucky in this draft. Everybody who was drafting linebackers ahead of us, they had Junior Colson as their 5th rated linebacker. For us, thankfully, that's somebody we really want. So we were able to get Junior Colson there at pick 81. Uh, Again, it'll be real interesting to see where he goes on draft day. Because again, just listening to all the stuff I hear around draft rumors from around different teams around the league, yeah, it varies widely on who's got who ranked where at the linebacker position. So if it worked out for the Seahawks like this, if we did pick in the first round and our next pick didn't come until 81 because we're not able to move up or not able to make a different trade by trading back to get another pick in the second round, we would be very lucky if that was the case, that Junior Colson was at 81 there. At pick 112, we were able to get Cade Stover. Pick 116, we get Jaden Hicks. Again, filling that depth for safety need, because again, safety is another position we're going to be all out of him next year. So not just drafting for now, also drafting for the future, and that includes Zach Zinter as well, because again, he's recovering from that leg injury, and hopefully he's going to be ready to go by training camp. But then could still take some time to get all the way back to 100%, but hopefully by year 2 he'll be really good to go. And then we're talking about having a really young, good offensive line, hopefully, if everybody stays healthy and works out. Then we got Jonah Ellis out of Utah at pick 164. We wanted, I've been wanting Mo Kamara in a couple of these drafts, haven't been able to land him, but we got a really good consolation prize with Jonah Ellis here at 179. Justin Aguavi out of Alabama, a big defensive tackle that you can try to develop in Mike Macdonald's system, and just depth behind Leonard Williams and Reed and whatnot. Again, another safety, Sion Vaki. Again, he could be. Julian Love is gone after this year. This, Sion Vaki would be filling Julian Love's role at a lot cheaper rate, a lot younger guy, and more potential upside to Vaki's future than there is in Julian Love's future. Anthony Gold we get at 201. That's going to be your receiver who is competing for that kick return spot, maybe getting in on passing downs where you got 3 or 4 receivers out there on the field, and he's your quick guy that can break away. He's got that type of speed. And Kamani Vidal, same thing. Maybe he's trying out for kick returns and trying out to be your passing down running back as well. All right, so there you go. There is our draft. Give me those grades, A, B, C, D, F. I want to know what you think of this one. How would you feel if it played out this way? If you would have made any changes in the picks, let me know about it. If there was a player you saw that was like, hey, that player was still on the board when you took whichever player, you should have took him instead of the other guy. Let me know. All right. And well over 200 subscribers now. Please, if you're watching, just keep hitting that subscribe button. Really appreciate it to keep watching this channel grow. It has me excited for the community that we're building here. And hit that like button, leave those comments. If you're a podcast listener, same thing, hit subscribe, hit follow, leave a 5-star rating and written review, because it all helps the show grow. And thanks so much for listening to the Seattle Sports Show, where we watch legends awaken. So take cover, because with this sea of sound you will see us rise to reign supreme and win forever.